Today's show is brought to you by EPOS Gaming Audio. With a comprehensive lineup of both wired and wireless headsets, gaming amplifiers, microphones, and webcams, EPOS has everything you need to experience the power of audio.
The closed headset allows you to tap into exceptionally detailed audio and seals out ambient noise, while the open version delivers natural high-fidelity audio with an incredible soundstage. Both headsets include a magnetic detachable microphone and a sleek design that has no wild RGB configurations, just good design.
Listeners can save 15% by visiting www.eposaudio.com/gaming and entering the code EPOSFRIEND15 at checkout. That's EPOSFRIEND 15 at checkout. Welcome to the Tokyo Fresh podcast, only on the Tokyo Beat Network. I'm your host, Jordan. I'm here with David. Get fucked. Get actually fucked.
He did it.
I always stumble that, and I think there's too many Tokyos being inserted.
Yes, Tokyo Fresh, Tokyo Beat on
the Tokyo Pod Network.
Right, yeah. Mm.
I'm always like, which one is which? I think the worst one is that I think all the companies that I've worked for recently and my current company all have Tokyo before the thing as well.
Right.
So I'm constantly like, Tokyo, it's creative, Tokyo again.
You know what? You stick Tokyo in front of anything and you just immediately know what it's about, right?
Oh, 100%. It's the easiest way to brand something Tokyo based. But I think if you're like making a company, I would say do not brand your company Tokyo whatever, just because there are so many.
Thanks for telling me that. 4 years after
we're
the fact.
fine now. We're established.
Okay.
There's no other podcasts that are like Tokyo whatever.
Have you ever Googled us?
Yeah.
Just, of course.
Yeah.
Did you ever Google us and wondered, like, who should have taken this name? Tokyo Fresh to me sounds like a...
Greengrocer?
Yes, yeah, 100%. Yeah. That's exactly what it sounds like.
You know, in like 6 years maybe.
Sure, yeah.
Let's go way down the line. There's going to be like some kind of greengrocer service similar to like the snack box services. And they're going to be like, okay, there's like Hello Fresh, there's whatever boxes. And someone's guys,
I know exactly what you mean.
We're based out of Tokyo. What about Tokyo Fresh? That's genius. Search it up. Who the fuck is Jordan and David?
It's true.
And why are they spiraling every episode of season 1?
Why is there 6 years worth of horse shit on the internet? Yeah.
They just go through the episodes like, see if this podcast is about...
we can't name it this now.
No,
we can't associate this with our brand.
It's like, see if this podcast is about greengrocers as well. Boss, episode 22, penis inspection stand.
Can't do that.
Can't do that. Fuck me, man.
Took our Matsuri idea. Those fuckers.
Damn them to hell. It's got like half of Kabukicho just like, guys, it's been done. It's been done, guys.
It's the Simpsons did it of Tokyo. Of things named Tokyo something.
Simpsons did it.
Simpsons did it. Tokyo Fresh did it.
Tokyo Fresh did it. Can't do it. Penis inspection stand. What is this? Season 1. Fuck me, man. I love shit like that.
You
so
forgot
funny.
that happened.
Bro.
What is
It
that?
happened. It's very... I was going over... I was saying before, I needed like a new podcast to listen to. And for like the past 2 weeks, I want to say, I've been getting suggestions from people, like checking out their suggestions. Guys, I love you, but some of your suggestions are hot trash. I'm sorry. I love you guys. I love you. I love you guys to pieces. Anytime Bev's on the street.
I love you, but you're a piece of shit.
Bro, you are.
Please just end your life.
It's the reason I love you guys. You're all... You have, apart from this podcast, you have bad taste in podcasts. Someone sent me a podcast, and they were like, bro, this is like...
Hang on, wait. I don't know if that qualified. That doesn't track the logic on that one.
You have great taste in podcasts. You listen to this podcast, but your podcast tastes in shit. Do you know what? To be fair, you listen to this podcast, you might have shit taste in podcasts.
Could be.
But like,
you could be spending this time on something
infinitely better. I hope as you listen to my voice, you're doing something infinitely more worth your time, like
It's
studying
working
Japanese.
at, like, the fucking Hadron Collider or something. I don't know.
I know people.
Actually, I hope sincerely if you work at the Large Hadron Collider that you are not listening to this on the job because you're gonna kill us all.
Bro, focus in. Stay tuned into what you're doing. I know a guy who he used to listen to our podcast while he was at the gym, and I think it was season 1 or 2, and he was like, I had to stop because he was doing deadlifts, and someone said something very out of pocket, and he was like, I almost died because he just started laughing at the gym, and he was like, bro, I was mid set and I almost like herniated myself because I just
Knees buckled,
bro.
spine snap.
I would love that. Tokyo Fresh casualties 1.
I wonder how many podcasts have a KDA.
Bro, I want a Kate. How many episodes has killed someone? 10 episodes, 1 kill.
Yep.
It's a good K2A. It's a good KTE. K to fucking episodes. So I had so I asked for podcasts a little while ago, and people slowly send me podcasts. Some were interesting. Some had like 1 or 2 interesting episodes. But someone sent me this podcast, and I'm not gonna no naming and shaming podcasts.
I won't out you.
I'm not gonna out anyone basically, but I'm listening to this podcast, and I'm like, it's pretty good. Topic's interesting. Premise is good. David, I kid you not. What they must have done is they must have just ripped like the YouTube, but even that doesn't make sense. They must have ripped the YouTube and put it into like the podcast, whatever they're using.
Sure, yeah.
Because the problem is like they'll be talking.
What do you mean? Oh, you mean like rip the audio? Okay, yeah.
The audio is the reason why I think this. The audio sounds fine. It's perfectly listenable, good audio. But it goes, welcome back to Podcast X. I'm your host X, and I'm here with X and Y, and we're gonna talk about da. But first, let's roll the intro. And they roll the intro, but they don't stop talking. Now I don't mean just like idle chatter. They're continuing the episode. As the intro is rolling, they're trying to explain like the themes of the episode and what they're gonna talk about. But the intro is so loud.
It just drowns them out.
It's like, bah, 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 yeah, welcome to the podcast. And the guy's just like, so anyway, say we can talk about. But I'm like, what are we talking about? Because I can't hear you over the screaming Japanese of the intro you've put on. Like, this is a very bad way to start a podcast. So I had to click off. It was a shame because the episode looked interesting, but I was like, I literally can't put myself through this.
I can't follow this.
Bro, I cannot follow what's going on. And I assumed the intro would only last like a couple seconds. Bro, we're 45 seconds in and the intro's still going. I'm like, it's a rocking intro. I'm jamming out this intro, but I want to listen to the podcast.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Like,
this is a very bad way. But anyway, yeah, that's... Keep sending me, guys. I'm actually very much enjoying like some of the random podcasts you sent me. Someone sent me a 3-hour podcast about the history of... what's that fucking famous book in Japan? The Tales of Genji. Oh. Someone was reading the Tales of Genji and then like talking about like chapter, like taking verse, like they'll like read a chapter or verse.
That book is fucking boring,
bro. It's boring, but it's a very interesting podcast. Just a guy, possibly 400 years old, just going, what Genji meant here is that the wisteria blossoms were blooming, but at this time, wisteria blossoms could also be called, and I'm just there like, bro, this is so fucking dry, but it's the perfect balance to me playing Marvel Snap on the train.
Yeah.
So it balances so well. Cause I'm just like, in my ears, it's just, so he looked at the sakura blossoms. What do you think this means? It's just one guy talking. He's like, what do you think this means? See, what I think this means is, but in my hand, I'm just like fucking battling some guy in fucking Marvel Snap, whatever, into the driest episode.
You know, I used to listen. There's like, I don't know, there's like a cottage industry for a while of like true crime podcasts.
So good.
And for a hot minute, I was listening to one like every week.
Yes.
And then I just like dropped off. I'm like, okay, there's no more crime that gets my horn hard. Like, it's just, I'm done, right?
There's like, out of all the crime that happens, maybe 10% you're like, yo, fucking rub my hands together like Birdman. Right. This is crime. This is crime. We're gonna get into this. But then after you're done, you're like, I'm done. This is it. Yeah, like the crime's finished.
It's a little bit like weirdly morbid, right? To be like, ooh, this week's murder. Like, let's hear it, right? it's I think fucked off.
There are certain like murder documentary things. It's like this killer wasn't caught for like 50 years, and then he was caught, and I'm like, wow, that's a crazy story. I wonder what's going on there, and I'll like dip my toes into that world sometimes. Just like something crazy will happen. I want to see like what the story was.
Right.
But people that are on that every single week,
Yeah.
Every week you're listening to the murder of the week, being like,
not even only just the murder of the week. It's like you'll listen to a different podcast about the same murder.
You need help. That's
that kind of shit is fucking weird.
It's like the Jeffrey Dahmer podcast, Netflix thing.
TV show.
Yeah, it came out. And I remember thinking, like, who the fuck wants to watch this show about
Jeffrey Dahmer?
Yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer. Turns out a lot of wine moms everywhere wanted to watch this fucking show.
I don't know what it is that, like, gets, like, 40-year-old women, like, hot and bothered about, like...
murder.
Twink-ass murderers, but...
How are you getting so hot and bothered about twink-ass murderers?
And it's funny because, like, I think the actor who plays Jeffrey Dahmer is, like... really good looking, but Jeffrey Dahmer, the actual murderer, is kind of just like a meth head scumbag.
This is the thing. You need to stop beautifying murderers. If you're going to have to do like some kind of murder documentary, whatever, you need to pick the most disheveled, like bottom of the barrel, -2 out of 20 dude to play the murderer. Even if it doesn't look like the guy, that's who you need to portray as the murderer. So when you watch it, you go, man, this guy is fucking hot trash.
Like, you should not be casting like Brad Pitt.
Bro.
As your murderer, you should be casting like what's his face?
Fucking Pit Brad.
Not Pit Brad. What's his name? Hello, fellow teenagers. That
guy.
My god! You need to be casting him.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. Hello, fellow kids. Yeah.
You need to be casting him as your Jeffrey Dahmer murderer.
Agreed. Stop beautifying murderers. It's really fucking weird. Like, honestly, I don't like that.
I forget his name. Why can I not remember his name?
I don't know famous.
It was in like the front part of my brain. I'm like, I know what it is, and then the second I had to say it, I'm just like, I don't fucking remember.
I can't do
Steve Buscemi.
Steve Buscemi.
Because
here's the thing: if you say to me, "Oh, it's the famous person," the guy who says, "Hello, fellow kids," I go, "I know you're talking about
the meme."
Yeah, I know the guy. But if you go, "Oh, it's Steve Buscemi," I go, "Who the fuck is that?" Like, even as you said Steve Buscemi, I said to myself, who the fuck is that? But you had just explained to me, and I knew who it was, but my mind could not make that connection. And in like 2 days, if you once again said, "Oh yeah, you know Steve Buscemi," I'd be like, who?
Who the fuck's
that? Who the fuck is that, Dave? Stop making people up, because I just don't know my curse.
Dan says, the only crime I care about is the rising McDonald's prices.
Bro, can we? And electricity in the UK, in Japan, like getting more expensive as well. That's a crime.
And people looked at me like I was a fucking psychopath when like they come to my house and every single light is off except for my computer.
Bro,
I ain't paying for electricity, bro.
You're mad.
I only need this provides enough light. You know what? There's this big glowing orb outside. It's there every day for at least 12 hours. It's called the sun.
David's like, I have curtains. I'll open them.
And you open them, and wow,
light.
Look how well lit I am now. Look at that. There's like that nice.
He's pretty well lit, to be fair.
Half lit. Look great.
He's pretty well lit, to be fair. I mean, I agree. I think, especially if you're coming to Japan or you're going to come to Japan eventually, and you're like, I want to live here for a bit, and blah blah blah. Let me tell you, turn your fucking lights off. If you leave like your AC on all day, like if you forget to turn it off and you go out somewhere, when you come back, you'll be like, oh, I left it on. Oh, that's a dang shame. I'll just turn it off now. The damage is done.
Right.
You've closed. What was it? You closed the gate after the sheep fled or some shit like that. How the saying goes. You know what I'm talking about? You close the door after the cats ran out.
Sure. Yeah.
Something like that. You've done that basically. The damage has been done basically. Your bill is going to inflict it.
Put the cap on the milk after you spilled it.
Yeah. You're like, oh, the milk. There you go.
Right, saving your like this much milk.
Literally, that's what you've done. You've fucked it already, basically. I mean, there was a story about an AOT. I'm reading, or on Facebook probably, where they had left their AC on during Golden Week, and they went out. David's fucking face is already in shock.
They turned it on.
They
left their house.
Yes.
And it was just running all the time.
They went out on the yes.
Oh,
they went out on the Monday. It was like
6 days straight of AC use.
Days straight.
And it's probably because knowing it's a foreigner, I'm gonna guarantee that it's just like
maxed out.
So it's maxed out. It is high as shit. It's just going full blast for a week.
They've got it on like 19 degrees, just maxed out, blasting that cold air. I mean, when they got back, they were like, "Wow, my house was like a winter wonderland." Most probably, but boy. Goodbye to your whole month's salary. That's expensive. Couple months at least.
I think for like a month in July when I had mine on, and like I'm using it when I'm home, and then only when it like cools down my house and I just turned off.
Yeah.
I think I paid like Ichiman Rokusan for like a month.
Like a month. And that's
It's
going
like-
like off and on. Constant. Disgusting.
So I can imagine for 6 days straight,
I mean,
7 days straight,
I've heard
not turning it off.
I've heard people say things like, "Oh, actually, turning it off and on actually like costs more. It's better to find like a degree that you like it." I'm like, "No, you can fuck off. I'm going to turn it on until my house is icy cold, and then I'm going to turn it off, and then that's it.
And that's it, yeah.
And then I'm happy, and then I'm going to play games for like 10 hours, and I'm going to go, it's getting a bit hot again,
Turn it back on.
and I'll turn it back on. My method is better than you. I know more than you. All right, my method is better than yours. I'm sorry, it is. My method's better than yours. You can do leave it on fucking 26.2 for 9 hours. That's gonna be cheaper than Jordan putting it on twice a day. Get fucked. I know more than you. Sorry. I can read the kanji on the remote. You can't. Fuck off.
Here's an interesting comment
Go on.
from Dust of Man
Nice.
about the murder podcast.
Oh, God,
so
go
I was
on.
listening to Transmission from Jonestown about the cult. Do you know the Jonestown cult?
No.
I think this is like the drink the Kool-Aid people.
Yes.
Like
Go
the
on.
actual drink the Kool-Aid people.
Oh shit! The real Kool-Aid
Yeah,
people.
like the suicide drink the
Fucking
Kool-Aid people.
Kool-Aid man himself. I go on.
Maybe I'm thinking of the wrong cult. Anyway, it doesn't matter.
He's
He said each episode just became increasingly more playback of the actual audio tapes until that's what every episode was. Like it's just playing audio tapes. And then they just started to jump deep into conspiracies. They started pretty strong, then just went off the rails. That sounds like
That
us.
sounds like us. Yeah.
Yeah, we somehow got to conspiracies eventually.
We eventually did. We got to conspiracies. We got to cults. We sparred for a little bit.
Speaking about conspiracies,
Oh God, what happened? Go on.
did you see fucking Kishida was at a thing today?
I wanted to talk about this.
Yeah,
Do you want to
okay.
talk a little about the news?
Sure, yeah.
Oh my
Do
God.
you want to talk about before or after the break?
Let's go after the break.
Okay,
I
so
have
we
a little.
got another about like 10 minutes before
Okay.
we hit the break.
I got a little news I want to jump into as well, so we'll discuss
enough,
that.
alright.
Like, it's pretty fucking cool. Like, the news in Japan this week has been absolutely insane.
Alright.
But I'm not gonna. I'll wait.
Anyway, so people, podcast taste, bad.
Bad podcast. Keep sending me your podcast. So like, I've got some really good ones about like. I need more. All right, one more. I'm gonna try one more time, David.
I've also got recommendations for manga from people, so I appreciate that.
Oh fuck, guys, thank
I
you.
don't know if your taste is good or not because I haven't read some of them, but
Anime. Okay.
yeah,
Do you know Black Clover?
yeah, of course.
Yeah, okay, good. Black Clover doesn't know. It's like an anime about like a world and everyone's magic. One guy's not magic, but he's really strong, and then he gets like demon magic.
We're
Ooh.
slightly less Kool-Aid-y.
Bro, only slightly.
Yeah.
But yeah, this guy has like demon magic. Ooh, that's Black Clover. Very cool.
Yeah.
Very, very fun manga. A new one came out. Not Black Clover. Similar concept called Mashal.
Oh, it's Harry Potter with it's swole Harry Potter.
Bro.
It's
is-
been out for a while. The manga's been out for a while.
Yeah, the manga's been out for a while. And I saw it and I was like, oh, some kind of... It's similar to Black Clover? What is this? And then I ended up reading a little bit of the synopsis and I was like, okay, it's Black Clover if they went full with the strength idea.
Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
David, it is hilarious. I was on the train watching the first 2 episodes on the way here. David, I'm on this train trying not to just die laughing. It is fucking funny. It's so good, honestly.
It seems so generic.
It seems so generic, which is why I was like, I'll watch this on the train while I have
I don't know.
time to
Maybe
kill.
most anime to me is just like feels pretty generic.
Oh, probably, yeah, but it's pretty fucking funny, honestly. I would let a couple episodes run and then watch like the first 2 or 3 and say you feel about it. It's pretty funny. Like, I found myself being like, this is actually genuinely
Speaking of
entertaining.
manga and anime, I haven't
Go on.
started reading what I had intended to read.
David, read the manga.
We're gonna. I'm making it a promise.
Go on.
Next week
Yeah,
we will have a recap because this week I had to do another podcast this morning.
makes sense.
So I had to do some prep for that.
God, makes sense.
Next week I do not have that.
Good
so
man.
I can do some reading. I can do
What
some
are
prep.
you gonna read this week?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Mm,
I think probably I should start One Piece
do
because
that.
I think I can blow through One Piece pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's easy. If you smash that, we'll have a little One Piece section where we discuss David's updates on
Okay,
One Piece. That'll
sure.
be fun.
We'll do the One Piece minute.
We'll do a One Piece minute. We'll discuss One
Okay,
Piece for a
we'll
little bit.
start One Piece. Someone had recommended me, and I was just like,
Go on.
I'm like, I told them I'm like, I've already read this manga like a little bit and just know it's not for me. But they're like, you should read Rent a Girlfriend, and I'm just like,
No.
because people were hyping up Rent a Girlfriend, and so I'm like, okay, well, like, what is the fucking deal with Rent a Girlfriend, right?
No, it's bad harem or something like that.
It's just like fucking annoying, like
Yes, that too.
like that. I don't know. To me, it's just like immediately, I think I was like a little close to half way through the series before I dropped it and was just like, this is not for me. I understand maybe why people would like this, but like if that's the person that like, I don't know. I know like Garnt from Trash Taste loves Rent a Girlfriend.
Is he really?
I think that if Garnt ever gave me like manga recommendations,
You'd hate all of them.
I would just hate all of them. I'd be like, no, you're fucking wrong. Nope. I'm like, this is bad.
This is bad.
Not to say Rent a Girlfriend's bad.
You
I
should
don't know.
feel
Look,
bad.
it's fine, but
It's different, different strokes,
right,
different,
fair enough. Yeah.
different folks. You know what I mean? There is a lot of that though. I think in the world of what's that fucking isekai?
Dude, there's
so
so
much,
much fucking stupid. Did you see the stupid isekai shit recently with the guy who turns into a fucking
vending machine. Yeah, I saw that.
Fucking
I thought that was
retarded.
like a joke or something.
Like the ability of writers has become a full circle, right?
Yes.
Where it's like,
yes.
it's just looped back on itself to being so fucking stupid you can't take any of it seriously.
The thing is as well, like some of the weird isekai whatever shit they have, it's like, oh my god, I'm in another world. This is crazy. Oh, whoa. Then like half,
And also a harem.
yeah, and also for some reason a harem. Then half of episode 1 is like, wow, different world. That's insane. And then like from episode 2 onwards, it's basically like never mentioned again. It's like never mentioned again. Like, oh, also like, by the way, I'm from a different world. Never mentioned again. Ever.
It just becomes a fantasy show, right?
Yeah,
Like
it just becomes like
literally doesn't matter.
a bulk standard fantasy show. So it's like, just make a better initial concept.
Right.
Like you can make any reason for this human being over level. Like there's the one about the girl who's playing like a VMO RPG whatever game, and she doesn't want to get hurt, so she like pumps all her stats into like defense or something. It's called like Itai no Yada Kara Zenben Nakabuyoki. It's like got one of those stupid long titles basically.
Oh, dude, all of them have stupid long
Yes.
titles.
But my point is, if in that whatever world they created, instead of being like, oh, they're playing a video game, they went, oh, it's a isekai. Exactly the same.
Dan has a question.
Go on.
Did y'all ever watch the anime on other people's phones on the train, or am I weird?
Oh, bro, always.
No, always.
Bro,
Yeah,
always. I saw a guy watching original Naruto, and I was like, bro, is this the Gar episode?
Dude, yeah, I saw a dude watching like when they're fighting the fucking Akatsuki.
Bro!
And I was like,
I
I'm
took
like,
my...
it's 2023, and my man's watching like pre-Shippuden Naruto.
My
like,
man
what the
was-
fuck is
bro,
this?
Cultured. My dude was watching the Gar vs. Rock Lee fight. I was like, yo, bro, turn on subs. Yo, my
You
man.
got closed captions on that
My
bitch?
man, I got a headphone splitter. Can we, yo, come on, man. Yo, that,
You
yo,
don't even ask him. You just
bro,
pull it
I
out.
just put it out and put it in. I'm like, bro, I lean over, just,
give him a nod.
I just tapped accept on my Bluetooth headphones, so I can, I'm like, yo, shh. Shout out, man. This is a good part, man. Come on. Who you backing on this fight, my boy? What's good?
I need to hear when those weights hit the ground.
Bro, I need to hear them vibrations in my personal headphones. You don't gotta look at me or acknowledge I'm here. Just, sync up my Bluetooth headphones so we can be in this moment together.
What station you getting off?
Bro, what stage? Where are you going? I might have to follow you. Wait, bro, before you leave, what minute you on so I can finish on my phone? You're not wrong. Everyone does it. And if you say you're not doing it, you're lying. Everyone does it. You have to. Have you ever seen like that, like someone watching some weird shit on their phone?
Define weird shit. What do you mean by weird
In
shit?
Japan, weird shit is in many folds. I saw a man watching
Okay.
what looked like normal anime, and I was like, "Oh, my guy's watching a little bit of anime. That's pretty wild." I turned back to my phone. I'm standing like near the door. He's sitting in the corner. He's all crunched up in the corner, so he's doing something suspicioso. And I'm like, you watching a little anime? You feel a little embarrassed about it?
Sure, yeah.
Fair enough. I'm back on my phone. I look down. Oh, he's watching a little harem. You do you. I turn back on my phone. I turn back again. Yo, a character's naked on his screen. I'm like, bro, this is a train. This is the Churro line. You can't do that here. What are you doing? Shit like that.
It's probably like something like because there are shows, and just through osmosis, I know about them. There's stuff like
Revenge of the Healer.
You mean redo of
Read of the Healer. That's the one.
There's that one.
Mad show.
There's like High School DxD.
Mad show.
There's like what is it called, like Ishizoku like reviewers, where it's like a
Seen that.
animeable prostitution
yes,
with like
yes,
monster girls,
yes,
and I'm like, how does this get play anywhere? Like this is
They
literally just it is
did.
like
Mhm.
an ant's penis away from being
It's
a
just
very
hentai.
fucking hentai.
Yes. Bro, did you see there was like all this controversy about that anime in particular?
That one specifically.
Yeah. On like, it's like on like the Twitter world. Falling off my own words here. Oh, in the Twitter world, there's always like hot debate about this anime being fucking played, and they're gonna cancel the anime because it was being played on TV, right? So like
Maybe it's probably like being played like late night.
Bro.
Like I assume it's in
Yeah.
the same like time slot as something like Garo would be, like
Yeah.
adult tokusatsu,
Yeah.
where it has tits, but it's like whatever.
it was being played at like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. or some shit. People were like, "Oh, you can't be playing this on television. I'm a mum, and what if my kid's like, no, then do your fucking job as a mum, bro. Like,
Turn
don't
it off.
Turn it off. Don't let them watch."
It is not up to the broadcasting company to police your children.
But they tried really hard to like create enough backlash so the show got
Right.
cancelled. And like I think the network and studio went, instead of being played at 2 a.m., we'll play it at 3 a.m.
I thought they were gonna do the power move of like, instead of playing it at 2 a.m., it's on at 6:30.
So that's 6:30 in the morning. Let's go.
No, 6:30 in the afternoon.
In the afternoon, let's go right as those kids get off school. Let's watch
Exactly.
this, bro. Come on. That's such a fucking
That's what I
power move. I would power stance as I did that as well. You know during the meme, like you meant to like Moshuaku and bow.
Right.
I would stand their legs fully apart, like I'm about to deadlift something, and be like, "We're really sorry that some parents and kids watched our anime at 2 a.m. To fix this, we're gonna put it on at 6 p.m." And everyone goes, "Here's the gasp." And I go, "Arigato," because I'm washed out to the big bows. Like, why is no one taking photos? Where's the
Right. Yeah, I don't know, dude. Twitter is fucking wild, man. About like anime in particular.
They're crazy.
There's like a guy recently who just like he straight up just got canceled because he's like,
Nice.
if you like Berserk, get out of the anime community. I don't like people who like this trash. And like,
Wait, I'm sorry.
this
What?
dude got fucking
You
slammed.
can't. That's.
He got fucking slammed. I like the tweet had like 7.5 million views and like 200 likes and like 3,000 quote tweets of people just clowning this guy.
Ratioed. The thing is,
Oh, dude, that dude didn't get ratio. That dude got fucking disintegrated.
L plus ratio plus delete your Twitter account, noob. That's a really bad take. That's a famously bad take.
Yes.
I've never met anyone who's seen
People who
Berserk.
have that take haven't read Berserk.
They've not.
They're like, oh, it's got child molestation in it. Yeah, and they said it's bad.
They were literally. Berserk is better than your average American Republican. They say it's bad. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go, baby.
Fuck.
Listen, it's good. Like you can't.
Funny because it's true.
It's funny because very true. I would love to do an episode just about like American politics currently. It is a fucking shit show. It's actually insane. But I digress. You actually can't be like any sort of an anime watcher or even a fan and be like, I watched Berserk and you can say like, I personally didn't like it. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, it wasn't for me. I'm like, fair enough. But you
Fine,
can't be
okay.
like, oh, it's bad. It's like, no, you're wrong. You're wrong. Like, you're just wrong. It's very good. It's one of the best we have. Like, get fucked. You know what I'm saying? What are you reading? Go on.
Man, I worked at a video rental store.
Oh, God.
After a very old man broke down because we didn't have the latest "It's New, It's Gay" and have to console him, I decided not to judge anyone anymore.
Wait, I'm sorry.
What is
It's
new?
It's gay. What the fuck?
We're here. We're queer.
I think it's like every week it's about, the newest.
Oh,
In-game.
I see.
Oh, go on.
Okay, like are you talking about like a series or like TV show where it's new and it's gay? Because that seems to be every TV show now.
Yes.
I don't get it.
And he broke down? Like, chill, my dude. It'll be okay.
I don't know. I don't get it. There's so many things
Mm-hmm.
about the current crop of TV shows and movies where I am, at least from the West anyway,
Yeah, go on.
because I don't watch Japanese movies too much, but like big ass Hollywood movies where it's just like, I don't have a problem with a character. Oh, it's a porno series. Okay, well that. Hey man, I feel
vindicated. Let's fucking go. I go and continue.
It's new and it's gay. That was the name of the porno series. What the fuck?
Gay.
Okay,
it's called You Gay Techniques, isn't it? He's very sad about not being up to date.
Yeah. Well,
continue your point, David.
Just like it's so weird to me where people constantly complain about like people are sexist, racist, blah 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 blah, and I always have to wonder, like, did we watch the same fucking thing? Because,
bro,
never ever do I have a problem with those things about a character.
Yeah.
My biggest problem is always like, this character is written like shit.
Yes.
It's fucking like no human being acts like this, unless if you want to do something where a person is doing like some wacky weird ass shit and it's not like a comedy, like in the vein of like Seinfeld and you're like George Costanza he's like well known to be a ridiculous trash human being, like that's the point of his character, so you write him like a trash human being. Where there are so many characters in TV shows now where it's just like nobody in this situation would act like this. Yeah, it's so fucking weird. Or like the weird like proselytizing of values, and it is not.
No one does this.
It's always called out by people being like, X, Y, and Z is a dog whistle. It's like you are dog whistling for the exact same shit on the opposite side.
Do you know what perfectly sort of encapsulates that? It's the new Mario movie.
Yeah.
Both sides are apparently both sides of like the right wing American ethos are currently fighting over whether the movie is woke or based. This is an actual fight they're having. They're going, the movie's too woke because Princess Peach is being all girl boss. But then they're
who cares?
Yeah, she's a playable character in the game, and also it's a game for children. You wanna grow the fuck up? It's a game for little kids, and you're
who cares if Peach wants to walk around with a fucking halberd and beat the shit out of people and ride a motorbike?
Let's fucking go.
Cool, awesome. That's fucking rad.
It's fucking sick. Let's fucking do this. But
why is that bad?
That's what I'm arguing about. It's a whole thing. Everyone needs.
Okay, but why is it suddenly also based?
Oh, apparently, I'm trying to remember the based argument. It was based because it was supposedly like a Mario focused story about him saving a princess, and it's his first mission, so of course he wouldn't be that blah blah.
I remember now.
Oh, go on, let me know.
It's because even though Peach is like a girl boss, she still gets captured, and Mario has to go rescue her.
It's that, yeah, probably that's
she
also
still
part
becomes
of it.
a damsel in distress.
Yeah, that's also part of it. Yeah, exactly. Stupid, right?
So is it woke or is it based? It's neither, and
it's
you're
neither.
fucking dumb. It's a children's fucking movie.
I would love to
smarten
sit down.
the fuck up,
bro. Smarten the fuck up.
Not everything is that deep, bro. It's a fucking Mario movie.
I could never imagine. I think I watched. What did I watch recently? I went to the movie theater and I watched the new. Oh, what did I watch? Some kind of Marvel film. Not Ant-Man, not Black Panther. No.
Spider-Man. Recently?
Yeah, recently. Was it Marvel?
Quantumania just came out.
I wanted to watch that. I completely missed it. Fuck me. What?
The only thing that's come out recently is Quantumania and Black Panther. So it's got to be one of those two.
Okay, maybe it wasn't a Marvel movie. Oh my god, it is completely...
Black Adam? Was it DC?
Yes, it wasn't Black Adam, it was the other one.
Shazam! I heard that movie fucking sucks. I heard that movie fucking sucks.
It's fun. That's it.
Okay.
Yeah. I went to watch it and I sat down, watched the movie, and I was like, that was a fun film. That was it. I was like, that was fun. That was a great movie. It was pretty fun. Good
Apparently
little...
it made no fucking...
Yeah, makes sense.
It made less money than Captain Underpants. The 3D animated movie of Captain Underpants. Shazam made less money.
Shameful.
That's pretty bad.
Oh no. I mean, watching the film, I understand why. Because it's a fun movie, but I didn't watch it and go, wow, I've really taken a lot away from that movie. I've gone, no, this is a movie I'm just going to watch.
Right. It's a turn your brain off movie.
Yes. And that's what I wanted to do. I bought 3 beers, sat at the movie with snacks, and I went, there was no one else in the theater but like 2 other people. It's like, the entire film, I'm just like,
you crack, you just hear the echo.
One other guy, I thought there was an echo. Because literally, this is because no one else fucking in there. One other old guy also had a beer, and the way I knew he had a beer was because obviously, bro, literally, it was because I went, and the baby went, and I was like, that was very loud. And then I hear from the distance, I was like, was that my echo? I was like, it wasn't. It was an old guy. He's also drinking beer. My boy. And I knew every can he opened because I could fucking hear him. He got more and more like obnoxious with it as the movie went on. Legend. But
people these days call something woke if it contains a black character. Yeah, that's true.
Yes, no, you're true. No, 100%.
Yeah,
100%. Yeah.
What does that mean? It's like, do you think black people don't exist,
bro?
Bro,
I mean, listen, they don't like that. They don't want to. Like, how dare you put a black person in my movie back in my day?
Not in my Jewish produced production.
Not in my production. It's like
that would be your fucking neo-Nazi take. You can't have a black character in my Jewish produced movie. How dare you?
How dare you put a black man in my Jewish produced movie? How dare you? I fucking love that. Dude.
Like that's exactly
literally
what it is, right?
Fucking idiots.
It's the most like contradictory statement.
It doesn't make sense. That when I sit down and I want to watch the Avengers, pause. Why are you watching the Avengers? You fucking weirdo. They're against Nazis. Why is my Nicolas Cage a black man now? Why I just turned very black there for a second.
Nicolas Cage was a black man?
Wrong person. Nick Cage. Nick Fury. There we go. Got there in the end.
Nick Fury's been black for like fucking 2 decades.
David. No one
Where
has
the fuck have you been?
No one has told these people, and they get very mad about everything.
I don't think Nick Fury's been white since like before Ultimates.
Literally.
And that was like probably 20 years ago.
I do enjoy that. I do enjoy when a movie comes out. You can always predict the outrage before it comes. It's very entertaining.
Can't believe Tokyo Fresh went woke.
Bro, we've been woke for so long. I can't not be woke. I'm black. They won't accept me.
I'm not woke. I'm awake.
I'm awake. I'm awoke. I've been woke.
I haven't gone to bed yet.
I don't sleep. There's a time difference.
No, but speaking about Nick Fury, actually, I wanted to get your opinion on this because it's something that's been contentious, I guess. What is your take on like taking traditionally white characters and turning them black?
I don't really care, to be honest.
You don't care?
No. As long as the character's written well, I don't think it really matters. You know, because when it really comes down to it, if you look back long enough in film, they did the same. They've done that. They've taken traditionally black characters, painted a white guy black, and then was like, "All right, you're gonna be racist name
that or Asian
that
happened.
Fuck, you know." So like
that was more of a
literally
70s, 80s thing.
So I think what actually happens a lot of the time, I've seen this in like the casting side, is that they go, we're casting, I don't know, fucking Mary Jane for the new Spider-Man film.
Yeah.
And they go, all right, bring in the people to audition for this part. And they go, person A, oh great, 6 out of 10. Person B, oh great, 9 out of 10. And then person C is like 10 out of 10. You go, oh, happens to be a black woman. Okay. And she gets it. She's the best person for the part. And that's normally what happens. From what I heard from like, I forgot the exact, that's really going to annoy me. I forgot the exact person, the exact film, but I was watching an interview of her and they were like, originally the part was made for like a white woman, but because she was just so good, they rewrote the part to be like a black woman because they were like, you're just better at it. So sorry.
What do you have any stock in the weird, okay, there's like a weird, my friend talks to me about this and he's like, this cannot be a fucking coincidence because this happens all the fucking time.
Go on.
He's like, what's the deal with every redheaded character being turned black?
Oh my God. I know this. This is, I'm trying to remember. So back in the day, the prejudice was against redheads. So,
sure.
So a lot of the films that were, like for example, Annie, for example, that were written at the time, they were written because Annie at the time was seen as a kid that no one wanted. It was like, oh, redhead, freckles, oh, yuck, gross.
Right,
don't want that. You know, that was like the idea at the time. They were like not lower than, maybe lower or on the same level as black people. But today, in fucking 2023, they don't have that. It wouldn't be like, oh, yuck, oh my God, the kid has got red hair, yuck. That doesn't exist anymore. But it still exists with black people, which is why to update the movies for like modern times, they go, well, technically today, the person who's at the end of the prejudice isn't the redheaded women or redheaded people. It's like black people. Okay, Replace the thing with a black person. Boom. Same film, same story.
What's
updated?
But it's weird because it's like always traditionally white redheaded characters.
Yeah.
Like every single time.
Yeah. Because that's why. Yeah.
Because of you're gonna say it's because of Annie?
No, it's not because of Annie. Because a lot of those characters are written to be cast as like
I see.
Back when most of these
are they though? Because like
Yep.
Mary Jane.
That's different. That's Spider-Man. That's
okay.
comics.
Mary Jane, Starfire.
What's Starfire?
From Teen Titans.
Alien.
She was okay. Sure. Wally West from Flash.
Rewritten where?
Huh?
He's
black now in the
what?
TV show. He's white in the comic books.
In what
He's
TV
a
show?
white Flash.
Flash sucks. Don't bring
I know,
up
but I'm
Flash.
saying,
Oh, fair enough.
saying,
Yeah.
it happened. I'm not
Yeah,
saying, I'm
yeah.
not commenting on the quality of Flash.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Flash is
Fair
not
enough.
great.
Fair enough.
Who else? Batwoman.
Nice.
They recently made her black.
They did. That was cool.
She was also a redhead.
It was
Cassandra
also-
Cain.
It was also trash. Yeah.
Also, yeah, that
Also
also
trash.
bad show.
Got cancelled. Awful show. But yeah.
April O'Neil. She's now a sassy black girl.
Hell yeah. In what?
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
The live action one?
No, the cartoon.
No way. Let's fucking go.
Who else? It's Ariel from
Little Mermaid. Yeah, I saw
Little
that.
Mermaid.
Maybe that was the one. Anyway, go on.
Heimdall. You know, the guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, who Idris Elba plays.
Yep.
That one I don't care because Idris Elba's fucking cool. So.
Yeah.
Like whatever.
I want-
you can make any character Idris Elba.
He's so cool. No. I think half is what I said. Like half those characters are literally because a lot of them are written to have a backstory of like the underdog character being the world's against us and I got to fight really hard because in the time that I grew up in, I'm seen as the downtrodden person. And then nowadays, oh, that's not the case anymore. Fuck.
I'm saying like who else? Because like I'm sure there's other stuff. But
Yeah,
it's like.
for sure.
It's weird. It's not just white characters though. It's specifically white redheaded characters.
That's why.
And that's why it's weird. Okay.
You gotta remember, like back in
That
the day,
makes
like
sense.
Irish people with red hair.
Right.
You weren't Irish people with like red hair as well. Irish people in general weren't seen as white people. They were seen as others. Yeah.
You see those like what's it called?
No blacks, no dogs, no Irish.
Yes.
Yeah. They were like othered. So a lot of like races that weren't seen traditionally as like white races.
Isn't April always Hispanic? I don't think she was in the original, but like maybe in the comic book. I never read the original. My only barometer for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is the cartoon, that yellow jumpsuit.
Yep. Same.
Biatch.
Same. So I can't really speak too heavily on that.
Yeah, she might have been.
Might have been. Yeah. I mean, generally.
Her last name is O'Neill.
It's literally. It's an
that's
Irish.
fucking Irish.
It's an Irish last
Shit.
name. Like this is the case. It's a lot of these characters. Were
But to
seen
be
as
fair, I've met a lot of black people whose last name are O'Neill.
slavery.
There you go.
It's fucking slavery.
There you
bro.
go.
Yeah, a lot of that. So I think that's why like a lot of these characters are rewritten to be like black characters because like in nowadays the white person with the red hair can get the main role easily. Like it's
Right.
like the story, the part they play in the story that was written for them at a time where they were what's the word? Not part of sort of
discriminated
against.
against.
It doesn't really play anymore. It doesn't make sense.
Right,
like
right.
Starfire when she came out as an alien, she's like a redhead white alien. It makes sense. They
Well,
othered
she's not
her.
white.
No, sorry,
orange.
she's like orange, but like
She's fucking orange.
they like othered her
right.
to
Yeah,
the amount, like, you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean,
Huh. Interesting.
I wouldn't count Starfire. Once, yeah, she's orange. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, when she's in human form, she's sometimes drawn as white. I don't know enough.
Yep.
Yeah, but
Because once again, it's like fish house story, redhead,
Huh.
white girl.
yeah, I
doesn't
mean,
know
but
the
like
system.
Starfire is like stretching it because she's a fucking alien.
Alien,
You could
yeah,
put
yeah, yeah.
anybody in that fucking.
But no, that's generally the reason that a lot of these stories are like rewritten, updated to like
Right.
fit the new 2023
Right.
understanding of like the story. It's interesting. But
Interesting.
no. One of your friends going really deep in the fucking conspiracy hole about it.
I don't know if he's going in like deep in the conspiracy hole, but he's like, this is just weird because it keeps happening all the time.
This is why. Look into it. 100%. I promise you, boy, if he looks into it, this is the reason. Honestly,
Interesting.
a lot of these stories have been like rewritten and updated.
They were
for, like, the
they
current
were
time.
shorthand for
Yeah.
actually being black people.
Yep. Well, at the time, they were basically like also
I guess
othered.
basically,
so,
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
pretty
that
much.
makes sense. So they're
no longer being othered. So
they're weirdly interchangeable. Here's another one that recently got
go on.
traction. You read all this Cleopatra shit?
no.
Oh man.
What did Cleopatra do? No, I'm joking.
Where people are like, they cast Cleopatra
Yeah.
as being a black person,
Yeah.
which, okay, sure,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
whatever. But like, you have people on one side being like, Cleopatra wasn't black, which is like historically correct. She wasn't black. She was Greek.
Oh yeah, she was Greek. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because Alexander the Great took over Egypt, and she's
yeah,
part of his like line. So like,
Yep.
literally, actually, historically, there's no way she was black.
Yeah.
But people are just like, why you like? On the one hand, it's like, oh, why are you casting a black person in like a white person's role? It's like, first off, they're Greek. They are not white. Sorry. Like,
I was gonna say that.
just gonna put that out there.
Sir, look down. Your racism, it's showing. Your racism, tuck it in. It's showing. Tuck it in.
There's that side, and then there's like the flip side where other people like, oh, she's always been black. She's been like whitewashed, and it's like, no.
Oh,
no.
I've heard both. Yeah.
Like,
I know this side. Yeah.
And then here's me in the third position going, is this a historically accurate show? Probably not. So you shouldn't give a shit.
I'm always in that nice, comfortable middle seat of half the side going, actually, historically, if you check the records, and then half going like, well, if you check this, actually, they were black, and I'm in the middle.
I think the issue is that it's supposed to be a documentary. So in that case, it's kind of like, well, if you're gonna be accurate with everything else,
why not be accurate?
Just hire a Greek person to.
Yeah, why not just hire a Greek person?
Yeah, they don't have to be white. I mean, you're being more accurate by hiring someone who's Greek.
This show was definitely made in America.
BBC, bitch.
Oh, God. Even worse. Sink that island into the ocean. It's done.
Can't wait for Jesus to be black.
Bro, Jesus has always been black. His hair's been described as like the texture of yarn or some shit.
Or something like that.
Bro, listen. Leave my Jesus alone. My mother will have words with you. I swear.
Black baby Jesus.
Listen, by the power of black baby Jesus, I'm coming to your house to slap you upside the head. Listen. You leave my black Jesus alone. There's a reason gospel church is better than Catholic church, and I will fight you on that. I've been to both church, gospel church, way better, dude. Fuck me.
All right.
And on that note,
let's do some cross promotion. We'll be back with the news.
The news.
It seems very weird to say that we'll be back with the news, but we'll be back with the news. See you in a minute.
In a world of podcasts, only 3 men are willing.
Well, dude, what are you doing, James?
You told me to do the promo for the podcast, right? That's all we're doing.
But I mean, we could actually tell people about what we are. I mean, we're the Famicast. We're a bi-weekly show. We talk about Nintendo and games in Japan. I'm Danny, and that was James, and we got another guy. Who are you again?
I'm the saboteur. I'm the henchman. I'm the interloper.
That's Ty. He is our anime trash expert. Digs around in some UFO catchers for it. Check us out.
We're in Japan. We like Nintendo most of the time.
The Famicast, only on the Tokyo Beat Network.
And we're back.
I'm also trying to. I have so much shit to do like today. And like for
Saturday,
the next,
that's why
there's so much. There's so much I'm very excited to like eventually talk about, but not yet, not this week. It's gonna come eventually as things.
Are you talking about stuff that you've told me?
Yeah. That eventually we can talk about, but like not yet. Hold on, there we go. Okay, let's talk about the news. David, did you see that?
I only saw it just this morning, so I have not really looked at it. What is going on with Mr. Kishida?
So Mr. Kishida was at. Let me actually load the story up real quick. So
he was at a crossing in Kyoto.
Bro, fucking stay at Kyoto. You better stay out of Kyoto if you want to leave.
You came to the wrong neighborhood,
motherfucker. Bro, so man was arrested after explosion prompts evacuation of Japanese leader Fumio Kishida from a speech venue. So basically, he wasn't in Kyoto, I don't think. I think he was in like somewhere in Tokyo, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And what basically happened was there was like a threat of an explosion. So it was like a smoke bomb initially had been like sort of thrown out. And then after that, obviously the guy was like arrested, taken away. But apparently the guy may also have had other explosives or explosive-like equipment hidden in the vicinity or on his person. So he had like a silver cylinder-like object was thrown.
So essentially a pipe bomb.
Man had a pipe bomb.
Basically a pipe bomb.
That's insane. What
Yeah,
the
dude.
fuck, dude? But obviously, Kishida was like, oh, for those who haven't read the story, Kishida was unharmed. He's perfectly okay. You know, daddy prime minister, still alive and well, making bad
For
laws.
now.
And fucking listen. People got a taste for assassination in this country, and they are not slowing down. I said this
I
in
mean, it worked the first time.
I said that it worked the first time. This is not good. You can't give someone a successful assassination attempt on a prime minister and then be like, well, that'll never happen again. It's like, no. It just very much might, because it fucking was successful once. Like, Jesus, dude. Fuck me. But then the broadcaster said that the man had been arrested on... Ready?
Yep.
What he was arrested on?
Should be domestic terrorism, but all right.
Ready? The man has been arrested on suspicion of forcibly obstruction of business.
Oh, so you're admitting Japanese politics are now a business. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, in Japan, forcibly obstructing of business is a crime. To obstruct other person's business by force is what has been broken down.
What
into.
business?
The business of politics. I don't know. How fucking
Politics are not a business.
How fucking
Or they shouldn't be anyway.
I think, like, you know, Japan has a thing where they won't charge you with a thing until they know for a fact they can slam dunk you with the case.
Yep.
So I think they were like, shit, we need to
We gotta lock them up with something.
something that we can hold them on for the time being as we build evidence for the main thing we want to charge him with. But for the time being, forcibly obstructing, you're in front of this takoyaki stand. He's trying to, you're obstructing his business by force.
I mean, I guess like technically he would be disrupting the business of businesses in the area.
Yeah, in a
But
sense.
Kishida's already fucking doing that anyway by just being there. So like, what's the difference?
If I was the guy's lawyer,
Arrest that fucker.
arrest Kishida. He's obstructing the business.
Fucking dickhead.
Your Honor, my client is a successful takoyaki entrepreneur, and when Kishida came to town, his most popular street got shut down, and thus
All right.
Kishida should be around with a dramatic point and call. It's like the game. What's the game?
Phoenix, right?
Fucking Phoenix, right? I object.
You know what? Okay. Here's my business plan. All right.
I got missing. Go
I'm
on.
gonna open up a what's it called, like a food cart, and
Genius,
just follow
continue.
around Kishida to everything and just try and slap him with a fucking destruction of business.
God. Here's the plan. I've got the plan. It's two-prong. So 'cause we need to set up like a decent,
This
reasonable
fucking sting operation.
Bro, the sting. So we open two businesses. I'll open a sweet potato farm.
Okay. Yeah.
In the countryside somewhere. David, you rent out a van to
Okay.
sell sweet potatoes. You know,
Just on the corner.
it's on the
As you
corner.
do, you know.
As you do.
You've lived here long enough. You know.
Quick side note, guys. Listen, you want the greatest sweet potato you've ever had in your life? Find one of those vans.
Just buy it from a man in a van.
Listen, find a man in a van who's screaming, Yakimo.
He's got the song that plays out of the fucking loudspeaker on top of his thing.
Bro, I was once in my house and I heard that sound in the distance and I excitedly jerked up like a fucking child.
Is that like the Japanese ice cream man?
Fucking Japanese. Bro, I have never in my...
How you know your country was poor? You sell potatoes out of a van.
Poor as fuck. Yakibo van comes up.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, whoa, is that
Potatoes?
the Potatoes? Fucking hell, mate. Everyone's lining up. Bro, I went to the
That shit
station.
will go gangbusters in Ireland.
Everyone went insane. We'd go back. It's so good. But I'll start a farm.
Yeah.
You have the van, and then I give you potatoes. Then you follow Kishida around. Second, he has a speech. He's
Turn on the Yaki emote
bro,
sound.
no one's coming to my business because Kishida's talking about fucking diplomacy or some
Right.
shit. You slap him with a lawsuit, and then you go,
Kishida is raising taxes, so that means Yakimo cart is going to cost a little bit more, guys.
cost a
I
little
don't
bit
want to do it. Kishida, he's right there, just like ask him why. You want Shibi Yakimo or not?
you want to look?
Go ask him.
Look how bad and small with these yakiimo. Listen, to grow bigger yakiimo, can't afford that.
Yeah, and you
Slap
got
him with
money
a
for
lawsuit.
fertilizer,
For
for water,
fertilizer?
just
Slap a
can't
lawsuit.
afford it.
And then you're like, Jordan, I'm really sorry. I can't buy more yaki emo this week because Kishida gave a speech and my sales are bad. And I'm like, what? Sounds like an obstruction of
Of
business
business.
to me. And I fucking slammed that second lawsuit down, baby.
Yeah,
I'm like,
you
bro,
do
it's
a
100 acres of
joint.
Yakimo fan, bro. Listen, that's
A joint lawsuit. Was that what is that called? Like
a class action.
class action
We started-
lawsuit.
We started a class action lawsuit about Yakimo against the Prime Minister.
I mean, that's probably you don't even have to start a farm. You could probably grow yakimo in like a bucket on your veranda.
That's the plan. I'm gonna just fill my veranda with soil and just start planting Yakimo in there.
You should just get like one of those what is the fucking like pool covers and you just tape it off in your veranda. Just start shoveling dirt in there.
I can't open my door because the dirt's all gonna fall into my apartment.
You gotta go through the fucking slidey thing at the top.
Or climb up from the first floor of a rope ladder.
You've taken the fire escape ladder from the second floor just to repurpose it to get in your yakimo farm.
Landlord comes. Landlord's pissed. I give him some Yakimo. Very happy. Everything's okay.
Guy below you wonders why his clean laundries are always dirty because the dirt water is leaking through the veranda onto his fucking clothes. It's like, wash these clothes all the time, but all my white shirts come back black, and I don't get it.
Why does the outside always smell like dirt?
Such an earthy aroma.
Why does it smell like shit? I'm just fertilizing my fucking...
You just finding like worms and shit.
Oh, Lord have mercy. I would pay for that, David. I would pay. This is why I need a house with a garden. Because if I don't, I'm going to resort to dumb shit like this. Like, I swear to God.
Just tape it off your balcony.
Bro, I'm just taping off my balcony, getting all sorts of fucking fines for my landlord, bribing
got a
people.
tube to make sure that your AC still works.
I'm gonna poke holes in the AC so I can irrigate the fields. Let's fucking go.
Dan.
Whatever.
Get deported for drug trafficking, obstruction of business.
Bro, Dan, join this class action. We slap Kishida with another fucking lawsuit. Bro, these laws, listen. You've
I
obstructed
wonder
my
what
business.
the actual stipulations are for
Oh my
obstruction
God.
of business. Oh, jeez.
Oh, fuck's sake. That's so funny. Oh, man. Did you hear Osaka's gonna open a casino?
A casino?
Yeah.
Is that legal?
No, they're gonna open a casino.
No, but they're gonna do it anyway.
Bro, it was approved like 10
Typical
hours.
Kansai.
Classic Kansai. They were like, we don't. They're like, you want to sue us obstruction of business? So like, Japan approved.
It just works.
It just works. The country is running smoothly. So like, Japan approves an 8.1 billion with a B Osaka resort, and it's the country's first casino. How fucking crazy is that? So apparently, it's gonna be owned like, I think partly, like the government owns some, and then like the city of Osaka gets a cut as well. So in a sense, it's kind of like a massive win-win for like Osaka.
Yeah. So here's the thing.
Go on.
Right? Gambling is technically legal.
Technically, if you do it in separate buildings and you don't gamble, you buy balls and blah blah blah.
No. That's specifically for pachinko.
Oh, there's a new thing.
How do you think horse racing can exist? If
Oh yeah, I'm
betting
so
doesn't
dumb.
exist?
Yeah, that's right.
So
How does that
here's
work?
the thing: is like you couldn't have a casino
Mm.
because the casino is private owned and it's
Yes.
not regulated by the government.
Yeah.
But boat races, bicycle races, and horse races are regulated by the prefectural government, and they take a cut, so they don't care. So they will basically side eye the fucking law in order to let you run, like the Keibojo stuff, and they don't care. So that's how those things can exist, and you can go and legally bet on them, and it's not illegal, except casinos, because they're privately owned, they don't get to tax that. But like you said,
ridiculous.
because the prefectural government is involved with the casino and the resort, they
Holy
turn a blind eye to it.
shit. Japan is fucking sussy. So if you bribe the government, if you bribe the government, you
Yeah.
cut them into like what you're doing, it's fine. But if you don't, it's not.
Yes.
That is insane.
100%.
Japan is wild. What the? I
So,
didn't even.
I'm
connect those
surprised that
dots.
someone
Fuck
hasn't
me.
already done this. I mean, I'm gonna open up casinos, and
Yeah.
I'll give you guys a cut as long as you don't, run train on me and
Literally.
slap me with $1 billion fees and
I think
send me to jail.
the craziest thing is as well from what I read about like gambling in Japan. Obviously, for those who've never been to Japan before, Japanese old people love gambling. They love,
yeah,
they
dude.
fucking love pachinko. They love the
I think that's just old people in general.
bro.
They're like, my life's gonna end.
Fuck
I
it.
need some serotonin.
Fuck it. There was a woman on my train from my station to Tokyo station. So basically like 40, 45 minutes. And she was watching like the horse racing the entire time. Like she did not click off the horse racing for the whole journey. Just race after race after race after race. Just
You
to
gotta see where your money's going.
bro, is she even? How is she betting? Because she's just eyes.
Oh, you can bet on the internet
That's
now, 100%.
crazy.
1,000%. I've literally been in izakayas and heard people like talking to each other, like, "Oh, did you place the bet on such and such at this horse race?"
Bro.
And the guy's like, "Oh no, sorry, I forgot to do it. I'll just do it right now," and just
Oh, it's
Yeah.
done. That's fucking crazy. That's horrendous.
that's dangerous. Imagine you
Mhm.
just have like a casino, essentially what is a casino
In your phone.
in your pocket.
You, especially now with like electronic money.
Right.
So here's how efficient like the Japanese like phone money thing is. My bank is connected to my line. Okay, line is like, for those who know, it's like the Japanese messenger
It's
thing.
like
Like,
WhatsApp.
it's like
It's like
WhatsApp,
WhatsApp,
yeah.
basically.
And then my line is connected to my my travel card. My credit card is also on my phone, and I can use my phone to pay for anything. And if I run out of money on any one of these things, I can just from my bank to my phone straight away.
Right.
So imagine that, and you can't see how much is in your bank still, because Japan is
Right.
trash with like online banking.
There's no. That's the thing. Like, I just actually got a banking app where I can see like
Good man.
my actual bank account.
Is it trash?
Um,
Is it the Yucho one?
yeah, this one. Yeah, this one.
What's that? Ooh, nice. David's account's looking hefty. Very good. Very
Yeah.
good. Very good.
I get paid again
Today?
today.
Me too.
Sometime today.
Me too. Fucking let's
So-
go, baby.
That'll be close to
2 mil.
Nyoku.
Let's go, baby. That's
That's
good
why I'm
amount of money.
not, again. That's why I'm not worried about.
Nah,
losing the
choosy.
job.
You
So
got
I'm
time,
like,
you can just throw.
I'm just like, okay.
One day soon. Anyway, continue. Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
The
It's
apps,
bad. It's
it's bad.
dangerous.
It's dangerous, especially looking at like how much the government will be taking. I think it's like a 40% cut to the government, 20% to other companies, including 20% that's going to MUFG. That's crazy.
Wait, MUFG, the bank?
Yeah. Wait, another 20 companies which hold the remaining 20%. Oh, forgive me. Osaka and something other entities taking 40%, and then for quote unquote managing the complex. And then another 20 companies hold the remaining 20%, according to the local government documents, which said that MUFG Bank, and Sumitomo Mitsui Banking Corporation would provide. Oh no, sorry, they're providing 550 billion yen of the project's financing for the resort. So they ain't providing that money for nothing. They're definitely getting some kind of kickback. That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
Wow.
you don't think it's sus when a bank is involved with legal gambling?
David. Wow. Conservatively, the resort is targeting 520 billion yen of revenue annually. Most from the gaming businesses, and forecast it'll attract
Yeah, of
around
course,
6
of
million,
course.
6 million international tourists, 14 million domestic visitors. Fuck me, dude. This is gonna be dangerous.
I mean,
Holy shit.
Gotcha's too expensive for my blood already.
Bro.
So like going to the fucking casino is like.
No. I can't do it.
I think it would be fun to go once to make like a video about it, but
Yeah.
then that's it.
I want to go pachinko like one time.
You want to go pachinko?
Yeah, I want to go pachinko. Do you want to go?
Yeah.
Let's
Do you wanna
go.
make a movie about pachinko?
Oh, 100%. I've never
'Cause
been.
I know a little bit about pachinko.
I know nothing, and I really want to go to pachinko like one time just to be like, okay, this.
I'm
is
gonna go. Here's my fucking tokusatsu nerd.
Go
thing.
on.
Garo, for whatever reason, the TV series Garo
Mm.
is extremely popular for making pachinko machines out of.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, and there's a fucking Garo pachinko machine that has the fucking sword, and you have to like pull the sword out.
hold
to,
it. Oh,
to,
I
like,
know those.
Do
Those
the shit.
fucking
It's
cool.
fucking cool. It's neat.
Oh, hell yeah.
You're peeping your.
Oh, I
thing
gotta,
there.
I
You
gotta fucking bounce. Just realized the time, guys. I'm really sorry. I gotta fucking bounce. I have an event
That's
at
fine.
like 4, and I gotta fucking dip. Guys, I'm gonna love you and leave you. I have more to talk about, but we'll do it next week. Until then, I gotta run. Bye. I gotta fucking go.
Yeah,
I'm
that's fine.
so late. Bye,
Bye-bye.
guys. I'm so fucking late already. I just realized.
I'm an idiot and didn't turn on the microphone. Yeah, sorry about cutting it a little bit short. I didn't realize that it was going to be that quick and just be like, psh, gone. So, yeah, he said sorry, he's got to go, and he ran out the fucking door. I think he just got here a little bit later than he expected, and he wasn't paying attention, so. But that's okay. I don't edit any of the live stuff anyway. It's just kind of live. Like, I would edit it afterwards if I really, really wanted to. But yeah, I mean, we did an hour at least. What was that? Yeah, it was about an hour. I think this was like a pretty good condensed episode, so. Anyway, thanks for coming out. Last time we didn't have anyone. This time we had like 5 people, so that's good. Maybe we'll do something in the future, because I know we want to do like off-topic ones and like stream like maybe even during the week or other times. We'll see what happens. But yeah, anyway. Have a good one. See ya.